Hey guys, good morning. We are here with more Warhammer 4000 Mechanicus. This is part 4. Let's see where we go today. Artifact research continues. Artifact potential plus exploration imperative render assistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 55%. I'm guessing the game progresses with this. Is this unlocked with a percentage? Let's continue with the space guy. The fourth seal in Milop sector. Inebologist Teresus needs further data for its translations and believes they can be found in Vizier Melop's historical records. Retrieve these records from Melop's tomb. Lich Guard can be kind of nasty. Teresa says, I'm on the verge of another major breakthrough in translating the Tesseract inscriptions. I'm sure that with a little more sample data I can crack some of the more difficult passages. Analysis of previous interactions suggests you require help in doing this. I can more. Forgive my weakness, Magnus, but this is not something I can achieve alone. Vizier Melop kept meticulous records of the deeds of the court that ruled his dynasty. Before they began their great slumber, the rot. Gotcha, good tip. English cake. How many shekels you get for a cheer? Hello, Drago. Senior says, and you need a tech priest mission to retrieve these records for you. Said Magus, this is not something I can do alone. 350 once a month, That's like, not much. The record chamber was scoured by my Secretaria, but they were unable to hold it for long. The Necrons don't like us getting in there, says Kepra. I don't know, I've just started playing this game and this reading out loud is already making me very thirsty. Looks like my mouth and throat has been getting really dry reading out loud in this game. Not many games we had to read for 7 hours. Proof of how valuable Melop's histories must be. Kepler says that's one way of looking at it. Another is that they, once you get your scribe servitors into this chamber, you're going to have to fight to keep them alive. Man, there's mumbling some, sounds as they, are dropping a wall of text in front of you, and it's a good system, to, minimize production costs. You can literally put books of text in front of the player at actually no expense, because they're not really saying anything. There's some audio as they are speaking, which you can understand, and then you have to read it. It's quite ingenious. I don't mind reading, but when you have to read out loud, also on a stream, it's different. It's quite exhausting. I'm finding problem also to go focus on a lot of it after a couple of hours. Always had issues with it. That's one way of looking at it. Another is that once you get your scrap servitors into the chamber, you're going to have to fight to keep them alive. Lucina says, then that is what will be done. The Necrons guard their secrets jealously, but that does not mean any hesitation is justified acquiring them. There's a beeline for the objective. This resembles a council or even governmental chamber, a very human thing for the Necrons to have built. Perhaps there is more to this than it seems. Wizard Melop served as advisor to the Lords of Silver Tenebris, perhaps explaining what looks like a grand conference chamber ahead. Several throne-like seats stand in a ring around the central seat, as if it gathered around the leader. Record this strange place of future reference. From another council chamber, then I think something far less pleasant happened here. While documenting the chamber, the court notices the energy projectors above the central throne. Well, they note how they're designed to fire little energy at the throne's occupant. Looks like where they were executing people. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sight. The shit always has the same text. The scrap panel in this chamber depicts hundreds of Necrons sleeping beneath the surface of Silver Tenebris, while stylized humanoid figures appear to be invading the slumbering places below the ground. Could this be a depiction of the epic Mechanicus exploring the tomb complex? Could Melop have predicted the future? Of course not, there must be some other explanation for this image. The image is too stylized and ambiguous to be proof of anything. The court must spend a while formulating other explanations. Inside the panel more likely illustrates humanoid but non-human creatures entering the tomb in some age past, where they were destroyed by the Necron defense systems. Thus satisfied, the court moves on unperturbed. Plus initiative for the Necrons. Melop visit over to the court must have been interested in cultures and species beyond his own. This chamber ahead contains several items of the non-Necron provenance. It could be valuable, or perhaps dangerous. Pilfer. The court takes all the objects they can carry. They resemble odd abstract carvings made from a variety of different and often rare materials. Other species made them, or even if they are artificial at all, they are of use to the Mechanicus melted down in their crucibles and are used as raw materials. Level 2 and fight. Cryptek 3 Immortals, 1 Lich God, 1 Warrior that we can see. Well, this is quite a different map. Downflux.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
So that one has some big weapon there. It's not Tesla. What happens if these things go down and we are on top of them? We're given cognition freedom to several of them. Let's scan this one. Do we actually have to scan him? Oh, we don't really want to go close or talk. These things are nasty. 7 energy. This is the strongest enemy so far. The Lich Guard. Got an Incendiary Combustor, one of those big ass weapons. 9-meter range. Yeah, we went with a bigger weapon setup. I see. Well, we'll fire the big gun. Critical 7 damage. These counter tanks are no joke. No joke. We have Austin and Burning. Morlus do have usually over 10 health. This is our Aegis here. Also got a physical Aegis here. Leonardo's don't have enhanced analytics, so we should leave the last one. It gives us +1 cogs if +1 cog if we used out everything. Now think about it, why the hell do we have equipped 1518? A cog here. Use a servo skull to get a cog. Yeah, it's possible, Stalin. Maybe we didn't have the augments for 2. Hey, Deadpool. Let's scan this one. They either have a we've seen them so far either have higher physical or energy armor. This one is also very high energy armor. Probably critical though. I think we had to move there. This one is only too physical. This is only for one attack. Load the next attack by 2 cogs. And use the big gun. Oh, got 1 shot, while this one is down to 2. Yeah, but not before he uses his attack. It's fine. It's fine. I should when I went in that physical attack, you should have used the little Electromancer. This is the little bit more basic one. I don't think this one is in sight. Hard to say. Both Leech Guards going down in 1 shot. Good night. And we will also use the Cognition of Freedom. You can use it for the next attack as well. Some kind of field here. Can move to the next position anyways. You want to ignore armor points. Get close and then it goes up, huh? Auto repairs. I think it doesn't have that good range on. It looks like a really big. It's almost like a Gauss cannon. Shame this game doesn't have like a bestiary department. You can learn and study the enemies, you know, in visually. Maybe they didn't want to put it on there. They didn't have the budget for it. This is actually a big gun. That's a big gun. This thing is probably has at least 12 health. Hey car. Critical.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
Should be enough. Not a critical. Immortals. See what this is, just Blackstone. Looks like it might be scaling with the progress in the game, how much you get. This one's taking a little bit too much damage. Back to 2%. This is blocking us. you get a shield up here. This guy's 4 physical armor, 15 health. Stay here for another 2. You can actually see that guy has a big gun. It's a massive damage. This was charged. This guy has a lot of health. Okay, this thing that changed again. $11 health. This is our physical guy. Okay. Health. Well, we just need a little bit roll on this to clear it, but then it means we would need to use that big gun if we don't do it. This is 9 to 13 damage, and this thing has 11. Well, this is not gonna be bad RNG, right? I might also crit, right? Let's see how much this rolls. 7. Trying to combust on that one would have been overkill. Still blocking us here though. Ah, the critic just brought him up. Okay. They have reanimation protocols. In a few turns they come back with half health. But Cryptek just brought him back. He gets an opportunity here, but we can end the turn in the red. Huh. That bayonet, I guess it pays off. The color in here. What happens if I hit my own servitor? Do I get a cog out of that? This is a nasty weapon. No, no cog for that. Only cryptic here right now. I might roll 4 here. It's critical, we don't have to finish him off on the ground. Got to get this guy to the other side. Can get to there. Or holds the chamber long enough for the scribe servitors to finish scoping the passages of Malop's history that covers the walls. With their data media full of Necron hieroglyphics, they're escorted back to the tomb entrance so that data can be uploaded to the Cestus Metallicon. For a wealth of linguistic information we have recovered, Milop was fond of obscure pictogram forms and context, morphic grammar structures. This will be of immense help in translating the next passages. How much more Tesseract Vault remains to be translated? With this, I shall be well beyond halfway. With every new passage I encounter new relations about our foe. Soon Magus will be revealed soon. So we are halfway with his missions. Chant of the Remorseless Feast. The next attack will break 6 physical armor. Nav2 sector located. Sense of monumental muscular power fills the tomb. It is a deafening industrial sprawl, echoing the forge worlds of Adeptus Mechanicus but unmistakably alien. The inner workings and architecture are laid open to see. Pipework and support beams span the spaces between hulking masses of machinery. The air is heavy and hot with steam, tastes of leaking fuel. From everywhere comes the grinding din of huge engines underfoot while pistons hammer endlessly. An optic labor constantly continue to assemble new areas and structures locked in a constant cycle of building. Columns of scrap constantly repair and remake. It would be folly to assume they are the only inhabitants. I need already some water. Be right back. Okay. It's kinda strange you can unlock the more advanced weapon before the lower weapon. Yeah, we don't have enough augments for this. A stronger power axe here. Necron Heavy Destroyer, Canoptic Spider. 2 new enemies. And it still says easy. As concerning the Tesla inscriptions continues to travel in Magus, I have come across some highly technical passages that are so far beyond my abilities. What information could translating them reveal? There's no telling for certain, but I feel it is the next stage of Necron history. We have already learned more from Tesseract than perhaps any one tech priest has ever learned about the Necrons. I turn a sense of regret we do not possess some example of such technical language to assist with your work. Fascinating they should mention that, Magus. Hold on guys, I just forgot something. Someone linked me some game which I forgot already what the hell is it called. I forgot to put in my Steam wishlist. There's a couple of interesting games coming, who knows when. Everything feels like early access these days. So disappointing. Cookies gave me a link to this game. Almost forgot to put it. Return to Nangrim. Release date 2022. This might be worth checking out for sure. Put it on the wish list. Finally, I should mention that, Magus. This is in Neftus sector. Was an architect of the tomb complex, and he loved to keep reminders of what he made. His tomb contains technical descriptions of the techniques he used in its construction. And they're not going to be easy to get at, just like usual, Magus. Is that the best use of our resources? Let it be said that we came this far by uncovering the history of the Necrons. Let it not be said we came this far from covering the history of Necrons and stumbled at the threshold. Very well, the target chamber is deep inside the tomb of Nephthys, but once you're there, you should be able to grab the data. Medium Slavs, my Skitaria scout report. There is a says it will be worth its abdomen. On that, you have my word. It's the quickest way there. Just to the middle. The inner skeleton of the tomb is revealed in this area as if to demonstrate Nephthys' skill in creating the tomb complex. Missing well panels reveal massive supports and transparent floors show off the tremor-absorbing foundation beneath. This might be useful to record for future reference or present an opportunity for sabotage. Ruin. Plant explosives on the exposed supports to bring an area down on the heads of pursuing Necrons. Demolition charges are planned on the exposed supports, however Nephthys evidently anticipated such sabotage. For swarms of tiny scraps instantly emerge to devour the explosives while that alarm fills the local newssphere with alert code. Sabotage fails and the Necrons are made aware of the attempt. Complex diagrams of construction techniques adorn the walls of this chamber, not the hieroglyphic heavy documentation that resources sinking, but still information of interest. Also examine the most prominent diagram of a tower-like structure. It accesses a cooling tower, but it was never built. Could there be a power source in Tomb Valley? A reactor? Interesting. As fabricator generally as the road, the application of knowledge can great destruction arise. Canoptic spider arm. Activate the lock, canoptic spider data loaded pair. Ready to say sire, data loaded from Resix Records, new data arriving. We are very ready to no need for confirmation. Excellent corner equals play, subject capture, source of origin unknown, this creature is created. Same material that makes up the tomb walls, a form of living metal that I'm still unable to diagnose the molecular properties due to its ever shifting state. And there's a heavy destroyer. I think they have heavy ghost cannons. Research on life form and in 346 Necron destroyer have been positive now. See heavier pattern designated life form code. Okay, Mambo Jumbo, gathering must. There's no failure to the Omnissiah that we farm from the Xenos data, one of my favorites. Cannot unless a canticle. It shares the only wheel of the machine spirit is that of the Omnissiah's omniscient technologies. The Xenos will deceive you and tempt you, but you will not falter, for you are a priest. Senior says, I have not heard this worst verdicts. I will request that I merge on this log once the mission is complete. For now, however, we must do what we can to survive. And data mining Xenos life form is one of those sacrifices we need to take. They have a turret which actually I think will fire this time. The Necron Heavy Destroyer. How the hell does a regular destroyer looks like? Maybe it's a heavy because of the cannon weapon. The weapon seems like it might be the deadliest so far we've seen from the energy weapons. And also has a heavy weapon. This thing is undoubtedly to survive that. Can optic spider just buff their energy armor. Editor says if I still had my stomach, I would be regurgitating bile. Primitive, this is a wild development with this Xenos form. With excess purified with flames, for this is the wish of the Omniscience. Also creates spiders, scarabs. Scan them. Aiden held on an immoral. Exclamation marks here. Scan this one. Or 3. 4-3. Plus the damage for next attack. Let's go next attack, cost less cogs. Open the plasma here. Still gonna get a little bit closer, you know. I'm so sorry, friend. That doesn't set damage in the cannon though. Let me fire over this. Let's get a little bit closer just in case we can hit an immortal. Looks like we can hit an immortal here. Maybe from here. Oh man, now that's an attack! That's an attack. I knew it was the right move to get Incendiary Combustor. This thing is more armed than a Castellan robot. Burn! Canoptic Spider. What's the matter? Still have 2 attacks to not use anything there. The entered bubble here. This Canonic Spy doesn't seem to have as much health at all. Oh, that weapon didn't even break the shield. Heavy destroyer my ass. And he spends the whole turn charging the weapon. What a joke! Oh man. Three eyes, Leonardus. Someone will give us the next tier power axe as well. Here Xenos like fire. Or locates cache of data medium crystal slabs containing description of the techniques used by Lord Neftus along the tomb complex. It's so close, Marcus, so close. I feel just one more iteration of my custom translation loops, and I just know I'll have the entire tesseract well translated. My emotions conflicts in below just examine my quarantine enthusiasm, and I see it is born of the possibility that whatever happens on Silver Tenebris, a legacy shall be the data you have uncovered on the history of the Necrons. Yet I also feel concerned to judge to stem from the potential dangers of this potent alien knowledge. I have purged my soul in the chapels, I prepared my mind with logic meditations, even my cranial augmentations have been formatted. I'm ready, Magus. Whatever the tester has to tell me, I'm ready for it. And the next tier Power Axe. That was a pretty good machine spirit. Glitch of momentum plus 15 movement, I guess the third one. Zergon, sector located. That's how you're even supposed to read these things. Magnificent of a longer vanished dynasty is perfectly preserved in this tomb. Overwhelming in its aggressive grandeur, the halls are polished, grandiose marvels. Adorned with the images of Necrons glowering down as if to ward off the eyes of the unworthy. This place is a monument to the power and arrogance of the interred. Every surface reflects the assumption of total authority. Dark opulence boils over into obscenity, as if the creator thought of itself not as a king but as a god. The human, the wealth contained within this place is astonishing, but such concerns wither in the presence of whatever the tomb was built to aggrandize. It is impossible for such a monument to power to go unguarded. Monument of power. It's the third power axe I found. 4-6, 5-7, 3-5. Which one has a stronger machine spirit as well? The Sixth Seal, Heavy Phosphor Blaster. It's like the whole Necron arsenal is here. This is almost completely his translation of descriptions of the test on the Tesseract. He requires language samples from the grave illusions of Warlords Zergon before his work can be finished. It says, I'm almost finished, Magus. I have just one passage to translate. Culmination of my work on the Tesseract, the Tomb of Zargon may provide the final missing piece. Augustines says the Tomb of Zergon is dangerous in the extreme. Only absolutely necessary operations can be conducted there. Believe Magus, this is necessary. Zergon was buried with the eulogies and epitaphs celebrating his greatness. They could contain exactly the poetic and metaphorical language I need to complete my translation. I'm wary of sending men into the lair of Warlord Zergon without good cause, yet my curiosity is filling my neural vaults to capacity, even I cannot deny its pull. Please Magus, this shall be my life's work. Videk says, Magus, if I may have a moment of your time, you have indulged every whim of young Xenobiologus Teresus, and thus far I have remained silent. But recall the Maharian axioms, line 918. The willful child is as the maddened steed. When it is led off its leash, it is lost. I'm willing to accept whatever consequences might ensue from Teresa's status. I wonder if that can be true. What will his translations tell us? And Magus, what actually is the Tesseract Vault? By the time you find out, it may be too late. Blessed is the ignorance that wise men choose for themselves. Whole tomb of Zergon is mobilized, Magus. It won't be long before every Necron on Silver Tenebris is awake. Are you certain you want to do anything in there other than take out Zergon? Those here orders, Subdominum. Well, I have plotted the location on the main grave monument, but don't expect an easy time getting there. Is there any risk, Magus? I implore you. If we take nothing else from this, we'll take this data I need. Shortest path is on the right. The only decoration of Tomb of Zergon reaches a crescendo in this chamber, with gilded Necron skulls looming down from every surface. It would be difficult to create a more oppressive place if one tried. Perhaps this decoration conceals something or includes available materials. Tear down some of the decoration in case it contains materials worth salvaging. Zergon says take captures of the image, it may prove valuable to study. What? One of Stara's Necron skulls animates as the cord tries to prise it from the wall and begins to speak. It's the awakening. The image of an honored and powerful Necron lord, a magnificent terrifying figure, covers the floor of this chamber. Could be a representation of Warlord Zergon. Ruin. The cohort obliterates the face of the Necron Lord with plasma cutters. The whole tomb trembles in response, as if shaking in anger. The cohort know they have struck a blow on some symbolic battlefield against the Necrons, and are bolstered in their determination to destroy them in person too. Tomb of Zergon is suffused with a dark and troubling energy, impossible to ignore even for tech priests with emotional dampening procedures. It reaches a crescendo in this chamber where the mirror-polished walls show reflections of hazy humanoid forms that aren't there. The cohort must deal with the unholiness of this place somehow. Purify the chamber with incense. for the +3 awakening. Dense pungent incense billows into the chamber. If nothing else, it obscures the strange figures in the chamber's reflections. The court is able to pass through, though with ill effects from the concentrated incense clogging the rebreather filters. Chamber displays a regalia of a king, a scepter, a high crown, and a segmented orb, all displayed reverently. Full of this magnificent object is possible to resist, but which one to take? Take the scepter, a symbolic weapon of a king. 4 damage on one of the servitors.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Lagel, thank you for 51 months.
That shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
The trooper who grasps the scepter is hit by its full potential as a weapon and hurled across the chamber in a storm of energy. Court senses return to them and they drag the wounded trooper out of the chamber, bringing the insanity that caused them to grasp the relic. We filled 3 by reaching the last one. We got the 2 bad events +3. Praetorian with a different weapon setup. It's like almost as acid weapons. Praetorian class pattern use of dual class weaponry noted Void Blade and Particle Casters. Strange signatures, wave coming from the Xenos foe. Indeed, these weapons must be interfering with our Vox casters. Squadmaster comms are a personal pleasure of yours. Any suggestions? Spirit communication channels not affected. The weaponry can vibrate frequencies higher than our diagnostic devices are capable of understanding. Possible dimension shifting. This has caused unpleasant communication issues between Imperial squads and our forward base on Silver neighbors. Ross says too much talking, frequency fixed, use Noosphere. Skivolo says intrigue, most interesting. I wonder at what distance this can affect Vox casters. Resak recording says particle casters are able to disintegrate biological and synthetic matter far faster than the Gauss deck, most common to Necrons. Warning, likelihood of survival after grazing wounds is 9%. It's a Necron destroyer, not a heavy destroyer, just a destroyer. I guess it has a just a regular cannon. I'm not sure what this heavy destroyer has. Praetorian is right next to us. Got that mark on the left. They have the initiative. Get rid of this guy here. Let's guarantee a kill here. Don't want this thing moving around. Use the plasma caliber. That. Let's see what this thing has. So blast it scan for energy armor. This thing might survive. Doesn't even opportunity even against a servitor. Eight health. That's what we can do ahead. Out of range and boat. This is called Mechanicus. It says in the title. These games are named, you have Warhammer 4000, you know, from where it comes from, and then you have, out of the two dots, you get, you know, the name of the game. Oh, this is Mechanicus. See what we can do in sending Combustor here. Let's see one of them here. Now we see three of them. Let's burn them. Hey, Konglock. Let's have it neck and destroyer. Cryptic can heal them. That's what he has. scan them by moving into the melee range. Good night. We scanned them all now. In hell with 20 armor on. Just bob and make sure that I try to survive at least one hit. Not really worried about that Praetorian. I've held on this one. A canticle here, and we'll just shoot this one. One is burning. Wow, critical A damage. You always have to keep critical in mind. Almost looks like a Tesla weapon. Someone could actually go down if they crit again. Track returning and beaten up by the servitors. Nice. Use the industry to heal everybody. Cryptic is coming up. There's definitely a concentration of enemies in this area. It's almost like a trap to go for, so you get killed here by just moving there first. Beaten to death by servitors. Got a movement here. Pick up the cognition like this. I think 3 health. 3 health. I'll pop a shield here, I think. Why can I move to this here, guys? I guess you only can climb in the range. It's like a high ground or something. Yeah. Back in business. Freakandical. I guess you're supposed to get him with scanner. Hey there, friends! How's it going? Let me show you what we got here. Things are still durable enough. Let's bring the refractor field generator back here. Can you activate actually two of them, or only one can be active? I don't know. I'm gonna try it here. Hey, Jenga. How's Pathfinder? It's a big gun. It's ruining my life and I love it. Damn. What do you mean ruining your life? Not balancing it out? This thing's total destroy armor. You stopped gym and worked maybe 2 hours since Thursday, and now it's Wednesday. Damn, that good, huh? Still is not updated. There's a whole Heroes and Might and Magic game inside Pathfinder. Huh. Only 3%, Looks like this thing is acting before anything, so he's gonna get up. Nobody's getting up here, friends. Nobody. Code locates a set of inscribed grey markers clustering around an image of Lord Zergon. They transmit the runes inscribed on them to the Cestus Metallic, and where Tyresus can make use of them. Here says this is it, Magus. The whole Desert World cannot be translated. The whole history of Necrons is ours. The knowledge belongs to all mankind in Xenobiologists. Whatever the case, our fight against the aliens shall benefit from what we have achieved here. The Necrons were created by folly and jealousy, regret and betrayal. They shall have no fear for us, and their secrets are laid upon. And complete your work, Tyresus. Just remember the dangers of which you were warned. Let this knowledge be quarantined like the emotions I indulge, let you acquire it. %, now. Heavy phosphor blaster. Burning white spheres cling tenaciously to their targets, sizzling vitally as their melt flesh or burrow through armor and exoskeleton-like. A fractal-filled gender, the big one. The big one. They already released 2 patches. Come on, Jenga, don't say such things this stream. They already released 2 patches. God damn it, what the? 2 patches already? Well, we're still waiting for cold fix nearly 2 months ago. Fucking hell. Since he has the Master Refractor, we don't even have to upgrade the basic. The basic one seems to be the best one then. If we are lacking Alvin capacity. Better weapon. We got a big one. The big one. We complete the missions from this guy. We have no missions on two guys, nice. Skevola quests. Lock and key. Egg Skevola needs a key to the artifact she recovered earlier. Skevola is a she. This key is in possession of a senior Necron in the tomb of Aglek. Before we do this mission, I'm really gonna drink. Be right back. I'm here, boys. Struggling, you like leeches? Yeah, me too. My favorite thing in Baldur's Gate 2 was the leech fights. So there's always some kind of obscure, hidden areas, and you know, the first time you find them, you're not gonna have a good time. Necromancer looks kind of badass in Diablo 2 Resurrected. I have to say, much better than Diablo 2. Blizzard has released a bunch of this, I don't know what they called, odd videos where they show, you know, various classes for the moment. Not sure what you would call this. Not sure if you guys seen it, but it's kind of like almost TV ads. You know, to become the Necromancer, become the Barbarian, you know, become. Let me show you Silent. It's very short. It's kind of like class trailers, very short ones. And golems look good. Gotta say, of all the reworked visuals for this game, for all the classes, Necromancer and Paladin look the best. Necromancer and Paladin look the best. Of the visuals, I mean. The visuals. Was loud? I'm sorry. Where were we? Mission for Squall. Artifact research sees obstruction can be overcome, defeated, conquered. You have brought this to my attention, just overcoming it requires my help. You guys want music to be louder here in this game? I don't mind increasing it if you guys want. Like with everything, guys, regarding the volume, you can always, you know, suggest changes. My headset is usually set to quite loud because I listen a lot of ASMR. It's always on high setting. Artifact requires key, possess key equals true, research continues. Guitar intelligence reports summary key in possession of Lieutenant of Lord Agarlek. Internal music from this game. Must be hunted down and killed by my tech priest so you can get this key. You know, playing this game, Strakon, you know, it kinda having a little bit desire to play Darkest Dungeon and or StarCraft 2 campaign. This game, compared to all those other two, does have definitely way more reading. I did it. I did it. I don't know. I mean, StarCraft 2 campaigns are great, but also reminds me of that bad side of the game, the multiplayer. Darkest Dungeon, there's one thing that just like that I don't like, but there's a lot of things I like as well. They're working on the Darkest Dungeon 2, right? So this should definitely be a game we try to get into and you know, keep up with the development. Darkest Dungeon 1, I'm lost there. I have not played any of the content, at least after the initial stuff. It's epic early access. Well, I don't care about early access. I'm talking about the release of the game, you know, and how the game releases bits and pieces. It's not an exclusive. It's gonna be on Steam as well. Let's see. Kenner Cookies actually sent me a link to a very interesting game, guys. Return to Nangrim. It's a dwarf-themed game in first person. There is actually a demo, but it's coming 2022. Hopefully this game delivers. This is looks like a very atmospheric game, and you're playing in a dwarf world. We need more of first-person games like this with a good atmosphere. Darkest Dungeon. I don't see Darkest Dungeon 2 on the list. Apparently I do have the extra content, I guess I haven't played it. Butcher's Circus, what the hell is even that? PP, nah. Multiplayer. That's why I don't have it, I guess. Doesn't say anything about that Darkest Dungeon 2 on Steam. Is it just going to be like the main game, just some, you know, different stuff? Because, you know, if they just, it's more the same, why just not play the Darkest Dungeon? Hopefully some of the mechanics changed. I guess I just have visual thinking for the things I don't like in Darkest Dungeon. So you guys saying it might be Epic exclusive? Well, I guess we're not gonna be playing it then. Because Epic is not coming on my PC again. Who must be hunted down and killed by my tech priest so you can get this key? Magos, your wisdom equals infinite. Does our viewers even do Tech Visitor? If with that knowledge possess special extensions of Tech Visitor equals unnecessary. It's worth the effort if this artifact can give us an edge in completing our mission here. Ready to support a Tech Priest Advanced Skepper. Hey Magus, expect the Mechanicus to react poorly over a second round when ends, I think. So I have two of these things that are combat, but yeah. We'll have to go around for one of them. Each mural depicts the artifact's Maglec's tomb and the ring-shaped object that must be the key Scavola wishes to acquire. The background of the image appears to be a large set of doors or gates, perhaps symbolic, perhaps real. Ritual deface the mural, the work of the alien must be obliterated in the name of the Omnissiah. Error, action, incompatible mission objectives, conclusion, speculation, vandalism more worthy of lector dogmatis videx. 3 awakening level. For damage. I've been in this one before from this air side. Immortal. A Tractorian. Now we can hit both of them. all down. That one can jump anywhere. Three health on that one left. And good morning. Like Praetorians in this game are much worse than the Immortals compared to what it is in what's him called, the Gladius. How the hell did they even do that? That was a waste. Was a waste. That Bliss is only for one attack. Was in different order, I guess. One held on that one. Thing is 10 health. Oh, and a big hit here. fight. Don't even shoot them here. Just two of them. Kill all enemies again. Those things can jump anywhere. Hey, Connie. Putting everything on. I forgot that thing is eating one of them. has 6 on. Good night. Here's the last one here. Now I have one more Canoptic. Goes his armor. This machine spear and the power axe is pretty strong. Gonna have some acid here. Statue of Aglex Lieutenant stands at the junction on the passage ahead. It points in one direction as if indicating the way. It was pointing in the right direction. Scarecrow. Of course. Actually, some kind of boss-looking guy here, Necron Lord. Focusing confirm low data. Getting a large anti-void force from this form, frustrating signal interference. Lord play this is a form we wish we had never uncovered. Do not underestimate the high life from intellect, gargantuan cognitive data. Lords are masters of strategy. They have ruined many offensive attempts, revert to defensive stance while we wait for more data to be collected. But peak of Necron hierarchy have instinct far more deadly forms. This form is a threat still. Ensure execution early in tomb exploration to increase chance of optimal victory. Indeed, but good advice, Gabrix. My emotional receptors are pleased that you're on the mission. And a pleasing hunt is only emotion. The Necron Lord here. This is like always the boss music. Seems to be the boss music. Physical guy on the non-physical mortal. I'm gonna use the big gun here. Obviously he just flies to me and then I get his information. If he's damaged. The Lord, yo. "31 health, 3 physical armor. both these things. Good night. It's out of range, John. So this naked lord that I will not be speaking on. Looks like just a fancier version of those melee guys we faced with that first boss we fought.
Oh my god.
Charge lasers.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
They're like, thank you for the months. Need to roll 11 on this one. Another immoral. Just in case. That's a Tesla weapon. Chain weapon. Lord is coming this way, like quite slow. Damage. animation protocol. So it's gonna AoE repair for everybody. Yeah, reanimate plasma. You can. You have enhanced analytics on the other one. This one actually waited, right? Yeah, you can actually extend the range of these weapons. Oh, they got reinforcements as well. Tesla weapon. This one thing actually survived here. On health. Three damage is the lowest they can roll there. This one just gives a bunch of repairs. Takes damage. don't see this one here. Good night. 3 turns actually, what do this have? 2 turns. One nice, just physical armor. Actually, we can't shoot a big gun. Never mind. Let's we degrade it to 1 lower. This thing really destroys armor. Praetorians. Lord, open wide. If I use the this thing first, the follow-up would have been guaranteed. Now we'll low rolled. Just a mission axe. Kill all enemies. There's nothing else to scan here. Should the small one here. Should the big one. Let's put more damage into it. Maybe it's gonna be enough to destroy that one. Yeah, critical. Looks like they're all dead. I wasn't even noticed the missing health cell. Before reaches the sarcophagus of Relic's lieutenant, the image of the Necron is carved into the lid of the sarcophagus, and its angular stone hands is gripped the ring-shaped artifact that Scawola has described as the key she seeks. The tech priest pries the key out of its grip and returns it to the Cestus Metallicon. Statement expression of gratitude, research protocols restarted. Justine says, echoes Abdominal Kepler's inquiry, what does this artifact do? Body communication mode, it is a tantalizing mystery the Blessed Messiah has placed before us to solve. Body communication mode. I've compartmentalized a great deal of frustration regarding this artifact. Hope it helps us explore these tombs and eliminate the threat within Scawola. If sufficient importance equals false, some Messiah would not have set in our path. We have a boss for this guy now, for this place now. Okay, boys, we're gonna save here, and I'll be back later to probably tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.